Hello, my name is Denise Obaji,
And I'm Gabrielle Mompalo.
and we are both juniors at Townsend Harris High School. Last year, in 2015, we participated in the science research course at Townsend Harris High School, and it was during our sophomore year. During that year, we created a project that had to do with planaria. We wanted to test the effect of carbohydrates on the growth and regeneration of planaria. So here's what we did. Carbohydrates are the body's main source of getting energy. There are two types of carbohydrates: simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. Complex carbohydrates are are polysaccharides, which are long chains of sugar, and they are not easily broken down by the body, so they stay in our body for a long period of time. This keeps us healthy and keeps us energy because the sugars in complex carbohydrates are broken down during a longer period of time. Simple carbohydrates take a shorter time to be digested. Therefore, it leaves you often hungry and you feel like you need to eat a lot. Therefore, it leads to obesity, it leads to diabetes, and it leads to death. In this experiment, we fed our planaria simple and complex carbohydrates. Some examples of complex carbohydrates include fruit. It includes
Simple carbohydrates can be any type of simple sugar, so candies, sweets.
Table sugar. But complex carbohydrates are food that we often eat, like rice, something that stays inside of our stomach for a longer period of time.
It requires more energy and time to be digested and processed by the body.
Exactly. So in this experiment, we gave our planaria strawberries, which is known as a complex carbohydrate, and we fed our planaria's sugar, which is a simple carbohydrate, and wanted to see the effect it would have on the planaria's growth and regeneration. Planarias are a simple flatworm, usually found in lakes and ponds, and they are known for regenerating. Regenerating is when your body is able to, if you cut off, for example, if a part of your body is cut off by an accident, or if the organism does it on purpose, it can grow back. So planarias are known for being able to do so. And we wanted to see if we fed the carbohydrates to the planaria, if anything would happen. So
we tried to test if it would interfere with the regeneration capacities of the planaria, and we wanted to further apply this to humans. In the same way that we start out as stem cells that grow and divide, we wanted to see how diet can affect the development of stem cells, and if it could have an effect on the growth and development of humans, or even wound healing in humans.
So, for example, if a baby, we can see how if we fed them carbohydrates. I'm just giving an example. If we fed a baby who was just newborn carbohydrates constantly, would it change the growth of a baby who is not a malnourished baby, in a third world country and stuff like that? So we did this on the planaria. What we did was that we got a group of 6 planarias, and we got a group of
18 planaria and divided them into trial size of 6 planaria each.
So that means there was 3 trials each. One of the 6 were our control. The 2 others were our tested, our experimental samples. So one of them would be fed strawberry water, and one of them would be fed sugar water. And over a time span of about 6 weeks, we measured how, each week we'd measure their growth and length and see what would happen. So Gabby's going to explain the results of this experiment.
Our findings were that when the planaria were actually immersed in the sugar water and strawberry water, they had completely different growth patterns. The ones that were immersed in the strawberry-infused water had an average of 102% regrowth, meaning that they grew to their original body length, and they even exceeded that by a little bit. And the ones that were placed in sugar had a 66% regrowth, so they grew to 66% of their original size. This could be because the strawberries had added minerals in them, such as vitamin C, which could have given the planaria more energy or more nutrients to grow. Another possibility was that the sugar was just not enough fuel for the planaria, since it was a simple it was a simple carbohydrate. It could be broken down really easily, and it didn't provide a steady source of energy. The control planaria were immersed in regular tap water
and fed egg yolk. All of them were fed egg yolk every single day. So they will all had the equal amount of food in their stomachs, but it's just the environment that they were surrounded in was different. In the end, it showed that the planaria inside the strawberry water were more healthier than all the other planaria. The sugar water planaria happened to die before we got to see them, so we had to constantly replace the sugar water planaria because they were dead, while the strawberry water planaria lived for a long time, and it supported our hypothesis that the strawberry water planaria would live the longest because they're being fed healthier sources of food rather than sugar constantly. So I think that's all for our project, and I'd like to thank you for listening and thank you for this opportunity. And have a nice day.